What's up? What is going on? It's your boy Carcino here, and we're going to get into it. Hopefully, people get this notification sent so we can get cracking, Captain. Now, Jason Whitlock. That's right. Don't forget to hit the like button coming through the door, ladies and gentlemen, so they can know that you're not a bot. Please hit the like button coming through the door. And don't forget, when you subscribe to this page, hit the notification bell and select all so that you will be able to get your notification. Tennessee Larry, like, I got mine. Now, the Food Network. Now, let's get to the gist of this so that we can have a clear understanding of what the situation is right now. So, he knew for the past month that he was out. This is why you saw this guy on Barbershop Conversations. He's trying to talk to the community that Fred got. Plus, he's all trying to audition people to see who's going to be joining him in this new venture. The new venture is he wants to plop down in that chair and not get up. He was like, man, this is a good idea. I could sit down right here and make money right here from my chair. So he's basically going to be a podcaster, just like everybody else. That's his next big move. Now, you've seen everybody running out trying to get podcasts now. First, they criticize people like us for blogging because TV is where the money is. TV is where the money is. But you got to deal with a whole bunch of BS. And he's jealous of Skip Bayless's contract. He's not jealous of it. He's using it as a measuring bar in his negotiation. And that led to a lot of problems. Skip Bayless get paid $6 million a year. That's right. You heard me. Don't forget to hit the like button, folks. Skip gets $6 million a year. Okay. All right, there we are. We're back. I was wondering what happened. All right. I guess we're back now. Back for the moment. So let's go. Right. Hit the like button, definitely. As they just gave a lot of people the boot. Now, anyhow, we're back. Back in our New York groove. So he's comparing his contract and his negotiation with Fox Sports 1 with Skip Bayless's contract or Shannon Sharp getting a massive deal. The difference is Skip negotiated that deal because he had one of the top shows on ESPN. Whitlock did not. Whitlock feels like he's on the same playing field as Skip Bayless. Once again, he is not. None of these things he's done has helped his cause or position. But he feels I can get the same amount of money doing a podcast. Yeah, he's got the face that's built for radio and the body to go with it. But let's get serious. His contract negotiation was drawn out in different waves. The first wave of his contract, when it was coming around with the negotiations, they had agreed he was going to get like close to $2 million a year. That's good. If you can make close to $2 million a year in your contract, and he probably figured I can make that getting my own setup podcast. I got enough followers to do that. I can go strictly on the internet and get that money. I can make $2 million a year doing that from home. Now, I'm not mad that he's betting on himself. He probably got some relationships in place. I'm more mad about the sister leaving ESPN unless she got some other gig. She might be coming over to Fox. And that's probably better for her. That's what got my attention when she left. Well, the thing is, Colin helped a lot of people get shows. Colin, the one that talked to Fox, and he was there that talked to Jamie about bringing Skip over, and he was like, "Oh, I'm definitely going to bring Skip over." But see, Jamie's not there to protect him. Jamie Horowitz is the guy that signed off on all of these things, and Jamie got fired for sexual harassment because he was a deviant. And at ESPN, they can cover it up. At Fox, they just couldn't with all the Me Too stuff going on. So Jamie was out. And Jamie got all of them there. So now when these contract negotiations come up, only people that's going to be protected is Skip and Shannon and Colin Cowherd. There's no guarantee they finna keep Whitlock. And I knew that. He put them in a lot of serious situations that even the network is like, yeah, you don't have the kind of audience that we can't risk losing. Speak for Yourself is not a high rated show. And before Wiley got there, the ratings, they were low. So even though he was doing all those stunts and stuff for years, he just filled the time slot. Well, thank you, Parag. I appreciate that. I can't think of her name. What's her name? Josiah, think her name. The black lady. She's the lady that interviewed Lil Wayne and Odell Beckham for that classic interview. Well, no. See, Whitlock is already at a position now where he's trying to audition to see who's going to join him in the pie eating. I mean, on the podcast, get his own podcast show. Who's going to join him to be his sidekick? So when you saw him over there with Fred, I don't know if Fred is getting in position to work with, old big boy over here. Yeah, Josina Anderson. Yeah, he's thinking if Joe Rogan can get this money, I can get this money. I never saw it, Tony. Somebody got to send me the video, and I could watch it. I watched a video and didn't see Ticket on there or hear him talking. I'm quite sure he was outrageous. Yeah, well, he figures Whitlock betting on himself. This is the second time he's done it. ESPN or whatever he was with working with ESPN, and they basically told him all we giving you is this, and he decided to bet on himself. So I'm not upset that a person believes that they want to bet on themselves, but when I see somebody who's just doing something for views and they don't believe it themselves and they turn a blind eye to everything else and they just look for an angle to try to assassinate somebody. That's what they're doing. They're like waiting in the wings to see if there's an angle where they can tear somebody down. That's him. He doesn't have anything positive about him to say. He only likes somebody if it fits his argument. I think she might be coming to Fox. No, he's looking more at the internet venture because CBS wouldn't hire him. That he says things that's way off the cuff and very controversial, and he gets his bulk of his money comes from being controversial. I mean, he insulted Michael Jordan. He's been insulting LeBron for years. You know, black people get assaulted by the cops. He finds a way to blame the black people. He does a lot of things that he knows just going to get him hits. They were talking about releasing him.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen.
They were talking about releasing him during the skit with Kid and Play when Kid was out here dressing up as Colin Kaepernick. People saw the photo of the skit and got outraged. But when he started questioning LeBron's stance in defending, one of the people that died, or assaulted and everything else, when he says something, it's going to go on to bigger lengths. Now, when LeBron says something in defense of another person, and LeBron came out and spoke before he came out and attacked, people were kind of agreeing with him. And I did too. But now watching Ahmaud Arbery get murdered, this is something different. Somebody lost their life and it's on film. So for LeBron to feel some type of outrage by it, even though he waited till everybody else got involved and decided, okay, well, I guess it's okay for me to feel some outrage. But still, you now is somebody who lost a life and you're criticizing a celebrity for feeling a certain way about it. The show used to have a platform of like 4 or 5 people on Speak for Yourself. Colin was on this show. They had what's her name? Christine Leahy was on this show. And it was just too many people on the show and in the way. It needed to be a 2-man show. And when they brought over Marcellus Wiley, the show took off. because Marcellus Wiley is going to give you how he feel, and that's him, 100% Marcellus Wiley. He doesn't go with the status quo all the time. He's going to tell you how he feel. Well, yeah, that's the thing. When you embarrass yourself just to get some money, because that's how it looks like to everybody else. You're embarrassing yourself for a paycheck. My thing is, how do you condemn somebody when you're part of the problem? You've given out no solutions, but yet you want to condemn all the time. So if someone just tears down, tear down, tear down, tear down, like people's like, well, you talk about LeBron. It's a difference. If you cannot tell the difference, I'm sorry. I can't help you there. I've explained it 1,000 times. When I tear LeBron down, it's because of the things he actually do and he actually says. I tell you things directly of how I feel and not for clicks and views. Now, when Whitlock was doing his thing, and he posted this, no one got to see the actual skit that they was working on. When they built this little barbecue set and they had Kid from Kid and Play do that, everybody was trying to beat the hell out of Kid. Whitlock kept it real. Yeah, real dumb. He play off the stupidity of the general public. And it's like a dangerous weapon because people are thinking, well, he's making good points. No, he's not. What he's doing is trying to find a way. I don't troll LeBron. I tell the truth about LeBron. And that's the difference. I tell you the truth because I expose to you the lie that they keep trying to tell you that he is. And he's not that. No, he's gonna run into trouble. Because here's the thing about old Whitlock. And he probably don't know, internet got a lot more rules and it's not as free as you might think. Ask Joe Budden. All he got to do is go ask Joe Budden. If he has any type of reservations of how this might go, am I doing the right things here? Go ask Joe Budden. Before they got sponsorships to do the show, Joe Budden was getting a paycheck from Love and Hip Hop. Oh, okay. You sent it to my Instagram DM. Okay, I'll check it out after this. I got to charge my phone. My battery says low. But the thing is you can't say everything you want to say on the internet like you could on national TV where you got backing, like Fox Sports 1. He's going to have to be really guarded with how he says his material if he wants sponsorship. If he wants sponsorship dollars, he's going to have to watch what he say. Joe Budden has been more famous and made his money another way. He made his money through the internet. So now he got his Spotify deal. He can't risk doing certain things he used to do back in the day. Now, Whitlock is a smarter guy than you guys would know. He's doing this because he's saying, look, nobody gonna deal with me no other way. If I was to tell the truth and do all this, nobody will deal with me. Being controversial is what's gonna get me over. It's gotten me here. Why will I stop now? But see, here's the thing. I don't even watch this guy. When I see somebody following a pattern, I said, all right, I'm out. People will send me a clip when he says something just completely over the line. And that's that. So I don't even watch their show unless somebody send me something and then I'll see a clip and I can understand because I've seen Marcellus Wiley when he was on ESPN. I know his personality. Like I told everyone, I knew Shannon Sharp was going to work. I said, well, Shannon Sharp is perfect for Skip Bayless on the show. When no one even really knew Shannon Sharp. I've seen Shannon Sharp work before. I know his personality. So I know how Shannon is going to do on the show. Now, you can't tell anybody anything. They'd be like, oh, we know that. I'm like, I know. You know now. Well, people got to understand that there's a lot of different factors that go into play when you start talking about. No, I wasn't no after the fact. I was before the fact, sir. Before they even aired an episode, I told you it was going to be the best show. I did a truth behind the beef before they even aired an episode with First Take. Before Undisputed, they even put an episode out. I did the truth behind the beef. I know you're trolling, and I don't know why. But yeah, you love to do that. I never got trolled. I just really don't understand it. It just is like, what do y'all get from that? Saying something that you know is like just way off the cuff. What do people get that? Like, I'm like, what does that do for y'all? Like yesterday, this guy was just trolling back and forth on the internet. And I'm like, what is this? Like, he just want the interaction to keep going. And I had to tell my buddy, I'm like, y'all keep keeping this up. He doesn't have a point. He hasn't added anything. He just keeps going. He just wants this conversation to keep going. And they're on Facebook because they don't get social media. So they just continuously trying to explain their point. I'm like, don't y'all get it? He's not listening. He does not care about a point. He hasn't made one. He just likes the interaction. This is entertaining to him. He's going to keep it going. I'm like, I was out a very long time ago. I don't have time And then they get on me because I don't have time to be on Facebook. I'm like, Facebook, one, don't pay me. I don't make money off Facebook. And I'm like, I don't even advertise my Facebook. My Facebook I got there is for me to keep up with my cousins, like from 50, 60,000 miles away. Cousins that I never met, aunties. See, you got to make sure, you got to have that Facebook because you don't want to turn around and end up dating a cousin. You be like, I done fell in love with this woman. Be like, that's your cousin. I be, huh? So you got to get Facebook. Larry, you needed to refresh your you need to refresh your page or something. The only thing he was right about was his stance on Colin Kaepernick. I told you Kaepernick what he was from the jump. Me and T. Well, he wanted to tear down Kobe Bryant. Oh, I don't like LeBron. Period. Everybody knows that because I see him as a phony. But Whitlock's a phony also. Now, could you imagine me on something like Fox? Can they put Carcino on Speak for Yourself? I'll be fired after the first day. I'll be fired after the first day because I'm not going to play ball. There's so many lawsuits that was flying around. I mean, tons of them. Yeah, I love how people tell me I need LeBron James. Please hit the like button, folks. I love how they tell me that. LeBron gets all your views. All your views are LeBron. Do y'all realize how not true that is? All you got to do is look up Carcino's top videos. in my top videos, I don't see LeBron James, bro. LeBron James is not in my top views. At all. Papoose ain't even number one. He number two. On my other page, I got a video that got 22 million views. 22 million. That's more than any views academics got, anybody else. So if it was about views, thanks to the male insect's mating call, 1. I don't know. He'll never be in my top 100. But don't forget to hit my Cash App up. And definitely check out. I got some free stuff on the Patreon. Free. We want to know, in a quarantine, in 1996, out of the albums that's up there, which album would you choose to take? Now that's free. So you can go on the Patreon and check that out. You'll be able to view it. I made that free for everybody. See, we give away free stuff on the Patreon as well.